for the county orphanage? Sir? Merry Christmas, sir. Ma'am, collecting for the county orphanage? Thank you very much, ma'am. Merry Christmas to you. Ma'am, collecting for the county orphanage?
I don't have any change, but will this do?
That's fine. Thank you, ma'am. Merry Christmas to you.
Been almost 2 weeks.
Yes, I know. I promised to speak to him, and I will. No, I will. But the moment has to be right, or... If he even knew I was talking with you now, I'm going to be late.
Mr. Thatcher, it means life or death to us.
I know.
Collecting for the county orphanage? Thank you very much, sir. Westward leading still... Sir, collecting for the county orphanage?
Here you are. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Merry Christmas to you, too, sir. Mr. Slade wouldn't be in by any chance, would he?
Well, Mr. Slade is very busy. That time of year. Payments due, accounts receivable. But if you send him a letter, I'm sure he'd...
Ridiculous, Thatcher. Of course I want to see the orphanage kids. Let them in. Wonderful children. Just wonderful. I see you've been practicing.
Yes, sir. On that new piano, sir, it sure is a beauty.
We won't talk about the piano right now, will we? On the other hand, I'm sure that a holiday gift would not be objected to. Yes, right. I had these printed at my own expense. One for you, and one for you. You're going to learn how the great men of this country, self-made men, did it all on their own. Morgan, Coolidge, Zebulon Pike, climbed that mountain hand over hand, never asked for anything. Thrift, hard work, pay your bills on time, maybe you'll have a mountain of your own someday. Remember, don't rest on your laurels, it breeds decay. Don't dawdle. Bye-bye, thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, sir.
Oh, it's a pleasure. I like to help young people. Bye-bye.
Hey, come on. Mr. Slade thinks he's really doing us a favor, you know? I mean, he really believes it. So, let's all show our appreciation for him, huh?
I believe we have some visits to make.
Yes, sir.
You have the papers ready?
Yes, sir. They're all here. Here, sir.
Truck full of gas?
Joe checked everything out.
Morning, Mr. Reeves. Chilly. I assume I don't have to tell you why I'm here.
No, sir.
If we could have one more extension, Mr. Slade. Just a couple of months. I think we can make the payment.
You think you could?
Don't beg him, Jenny. It has come to do what the law allows. Nothing we can say will stop him.
Thatcher.
Sir? Repossession order. Merrimack County Court.
you, gentlemen.
Give this to Mr. Jessup. He'll understand.
Yes, sir.
Memories, Mr. Slade? Well, it would be only natural. Well, place hasn't changed much since you were a boy.
May I remind you, sir, that I lived here for a year.
I bet you remember a lot during that
Little under
year.
a year.
Ball games at Webster Park, chestnuts at holiday meals, and caroling on the
Yes,
streets.
I know.
at
They
Christmas.
came to my office this morning. Now, can we get down to business?
Business? Yes. I'm afraid our situation hasn't changed very much.
I'm very sorry to hear that, Jessup. You shouldn't have gotten in over your head.
But we needed a piano. After 42 years, the old one fell apart. We had no choice.
Neither do I. Thatcher.
I know, but I was...
Repossession order, Merrimack County Court.
Ben took his man off and he's not playing anymore. So, because you...
Chaucer mixed in with Plato and Socrates. Can you imagine that?
When did you change your stock?
Change it?
I advanced you $5,000 for university shop. To me, that means sweaters, bow ties, ukuleles.
To me, it means wisdom, Mr. Slade.
With all your wisdom, have you found a way to pay your debt?
Well, not all of it, but you can take all the money I have.
I will. Plus, you're stocked for liquidation. A scrap paper penny a pound, huh? Better than nothing. Thatcher.
Attachment order, Merrimack County Court.
Is this genuine leather?
It's Morocco.
Yeah, it feels good.
Don't
be
do
a
that.
few dollars in this after all. Take everything that's leather, we'll rip them apart at the warehouse.
Yeah. Oh, not that one, sir. Please. Above all, not that one.
Why not?
Well, it's an original edition of Mr. Charles Dickens. It was given me by my father, who got it from his grandfather, who was a friend of Mr. Dickens. It must be protected.
Oh, Mr. Merivale, you don't need books. You make up wonderful stories by yourself. Don't forget the rest in here. Slowly, boys, slowly. This is a wonderful piece of goods. Bring it over here. Joe, make sure the garage is double locked before you go home.
Yes, sir. Merry Christmas, Joe.
Mr. Thatcher, I need a little assistance with the bindings here. Don't just stand there. Are you having some difficulty with your hearing?
It's Christmas, sir. Perhaps... Can we talk a moment, Mr. Slade?
What on earth for?
Well, it's about the town, sir. It's about the times that we're going through.
I know all about the times we're going through, so get to the point.
Well, when there were... When there was money to... When the quarry was being worked.
Well, that couldn't possibly be the point. The quarry has been closed for a year.
No, that's just the point, sir. Now, the men who work there, they've had a wonderful idea, and they've asked me to be the spokesman.
So what?
Well, Mr. Slade, since you own so much of the town, if anybody could open up the quarry again, it'd be you. Well, a man of your means.
Why would I want to open a business that's failed?
Because there's hope for the future in it, sir. Well, in the things that Mr. Roosevelt is doing, new roads, new dams, new public buildings, there's sure to be a need for granite again.
Well, if you think that's true, Thatcher, then why don't you open it yourself?
You should at least hear me, sir. These men have nothing left.
Rebellion?
Oh, no. If the quarry were opened up again, sir, everyone would benefit. There'd be more business in the town. There'd be more money to spend. I mean, it would be prosperous for you, Mr. Slade. Your debtors could pay you on time, and then you wouldn't have...
No, go on and say it. I wouldn't have to what? Put a gun to their heads, take their Victrolas and their lovely couches and leave them in empty houses? Oh, you really do hate me, don't you, Thatcher?
No, sir.
Yes, sir. I see it in those eyes every time we go out in the truck, making me out to be some kind of monster for taking what's rightfully mine. Let me tell you something, Thatcher. A man who is as soft as an old shoe is generally of little worth. Always taking the debtor's side. You hold on to those repossession papers like they were stuck to your fingers. And now you're trying to teach me business?
Sir,
You only conspire with a gang of quarry rats to take some money out of me. I don't need to learn business from you. I learned it from the best. Jack Latham, the smartest businessman this state ever knew. Until now. Do you know what he said to me on his deathbed? He said, Ben, never throw good money after bad. And never pay a man 1 penny more than he's worth. So you go back and you tell your quarry workers that their ranks of the unemployed have just been increased by 1.
No, sir, I didn't mean...
I don't want to see your face anymore, Thatcher. Get out.
I'll just get my things.
Yes, you do that.
Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Hi, honey. Oh, I'm glad you're home. You okay?
Yep, Christmas tree all decorated.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look at this activity now. But where's my Mr. T? Here's my Sarah.
Who turned off the light?
Now, who would this be underneath my coat? Who is underneath my coat? It's Jonathan Thatcher! Hey! How have you been today?
Bye.
Good.
Why'd you bring these things home from the office?
Would you excuse me a moment? I'm going to talk to your mother.
Rendition of Angels We Have Heard on High. Now, as a special Christmas Eve presentation,
Please.
I would like to read you a portion of the now famous letter that appeared in the editorial pages of the New York Sun in 1890.
We need to talk.
On tomorrow's
Hurricane with an assortment of holiday greens and trim. This holiday, only from Nettie's.
Henry Winkler now returns in An American Christmas Carol on KPLR TV, Channel 11.
Darkness is cheap, and he liked it. But before he shut the heavy door, he walked through the rooms to see that all was all right. Sitting room, bedroom, lumber room, all as they should be. Then there was a clanking noise deep down below, as if some person were dragging a heavy chain over the casks in the cellar. He remembered that ghosts in haunted houses were described as dragging chains. Claptrap. Operator, this is an emergency. I'm Benedict Slade, 429 Front Street. I seem to have lost all of my power in my warehouse. Operator? Operator? All right. All right, come out this minute. I know someone's here. I've got a gun.
Oh, come on, Ben. You wouldn't shoot your old partner, would you?
Who are you?
You know damn well who I am.
I know who you want me to think you are.
You're on the right track.
He's dead.
Right again?
Oh, there's some trick being played here. And I know what it is.
Shrewd as ever, eh, Ben?
Makeup. It took 6 pounds of powder and paint to make that actor look like Frankenstein. That's what they said in the paper. And that's what you used, makeup, to make yourself look like Latham, Mr. Whoever you are.
Then if I'm not Latham, I wouldn't know things only you and Latham knew.
Like what?
Like telling the Reverend Williams his antique deacon's bench was only a cheap reproduction, so you could snatch it up as collateral and make a profit. Shall I go on?
Jack?
Dead? Don't be afraid to say it. It's only a state of mind. That is 2 states. I'm in the larger one.
Oh. But you don't look...
Hell's not what you think it is. Fire, sulfur, devils with pitchforks, none of that.
Thank God.
It's worse. It's living in all your past all the time. Forever. There's a politician who sits in a room with all his speeches blaring at the same time. No earplugs either. And a king who has to keep staring at the faces of many sent to war.
But you're a businessman, a very good one. You drive a hard bargain, but you've never done anything evil.
Evil's not just what you do. It's what you don't do. Each day, each man has 1,000 chances, but they're missed forever once they put you in the ground. But you can still make changes, Ben, and I'm going to help you.
Don't go out of your way for me there, Jack.
You're going to get 3 more visitations.
Ghosts?
Oh, that storybook talk. I think of them as conductors on the Boston Main Line. And you better go where they take you. Look for them, Ben. Look for them.
Jack. Don't leave me now, Jack. I've got a million questions to ask you. Jack, where are you? Must have been the cheese. It must have gone off when I didn't realize it. It's just a slight touch of indigestion, that's all. It's too quiet in here, that's the problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, as reported earlier, the stock market has taken a severe plunge, and investors seem convinced that the market is headed for certain disaster. We are standing by for a statement from President Hoover. He will speak to the nation on the state of the American economy.
Roosevelt.
Our microphones are set up in the Oval Office of the White House, where Mr. Hoover is about to begin his address. Sources close to the White House say that Mr. Hoover will attempt to convince the American people...
He's climbing out of the cockpit now. He throws back his goggles and jumps to the ground. Listen to that crowd.
And who can blame them on this glorious day of 1927 when Charles A. Lindbergh has become the first man to fly the Atlantic Ocean? Thousands of Frenchmen have waited for hours to greet the famous aviator with the warmest welcome afforded an American since...
Nice instrument. I played the trumpet in a war a long time ago. You should have seen those walls come down.
How'd you get in here?
You make it sound as if I'd been away. The past is always nearby, especially here.
I suppose you're going to tell me now that you are the spirit of Christmas past?
You said it, not I.
It's not going to work, you know. I know who you are, so why don't you just go back to your little silly bookstore, Merrivale?
Not much of a bookstore anymore.
I said get out. Outside.
All right. Outside.
What are you doing? What's going on here?
Had enough?
Yes, I've had enough. Thank you very much. Get me back inside.
Sorry to be so dramatic, but you did bring it on yourself.
Jack said visitations, not freezing to death. What is it you want?
The past wants only to be remembered.
I remember the past very well without your help. Thank you.
Do you remember it? Really? Or just those parts you pick out for yourself?
Do you know this place? I know this place. The county orphanage. I guess we've come to a costume party.
Guess again.
Well, people haven't dressed like this for 40 years.
You're getting warmer.
They're coming, they're coming. Boys, get ready. Everyone, get ready.
Ah, here comes Mrs. Tidings. She runs the place. No, it's impossible. She's dead.
She wasn't when you were here.
They're the best of the lot, Mr. Brewster. Well-behaved, intelligent, deserving.
That's excellent, Mrs. Tidings, excellent. Of course, whoever we choose for our apprentice will have to be able to learn the business from the ground up.
Oh, I'm sure every one of these boys would be more than satisfactory.
Who's that at the back of the room?
Oh, that's Benedict Slade.
Where?
He hasn't been here very long. When his parents died, he was passed around among aunts and uncles. Then they turned him over to us.
So skinny. Why didn't you feed me better?
How is he with his hands?
He fights a lot.
Has he ever used tools?
No. More from anger than skill.
Well, at least that's a beginning.
Oh, Mr. Brewster, I don't think you'd be advised to take that boy.
Excuse me, Mrs. Tidings. I'd much rather do something for someone who needs rather than someone who just wants. Please bring him over to us, would you? Thank you.
Looks like Mrs. Tidings convinced you.
Yes, she always had a way with boys.
Thank you, Roy. Down you get, lad.
Don't keep him here too long, Nathaniel. Remember, dinner is 5 o'clock sharp.
We'll be there.
Come on, boy. Now, your job will be to look after pieces of machinery like that. Keep them clean, keep them oiled. Of course, you'd have to dust off all the furniture back there in the showroom, too. And let's see, what else? Well, sweep up at the end of the day. You can see how much we need that. The most important thing, every minute you get, you watch the craftsmen. See what it is they do and how they do it. Before you know it, you might have a bench of your own. You think you'd like that?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You imbecile, anybody can see this is a thriving business.
I'm trying to offer you an opportunity, young man.
Well, you can give it to someone else.
That must have been very rough on you, Ben. Very painful for you, losing your parents like that. Them being shifted around from relative to relative. Every time you start feeling close to someone, they move you on, huh? I guess after a while, it just seems better not to get too close to anyone. And it doesn't hurt so badly when you have to leave.
How could he look inside me like that? How do he know how I felt?
If you want to be my apprentice, you can move right in with my family and you'll never have to move until you want to.
I want to leave now.
Well, that's up to you. Do you know what that is?
Sure I do. It's a stick.
A stick? Is that all you see here? Is it? Oh, you're not as bright as I thought you were. This is anything that I want it to be. That could be a magician's wand for doing tricks. Or it could be the handle of a whip for taming wild lions. I could make that into the spoke of a ship's wheel that can lead you to all kinds of new lands and new adventures. I could even carve that into a flute. Then I could play it to charm all those folks in old Hamlin Town. Here, that can be anything you want it to be. Unless, of course, you're too dumb to see anything but a stick there.
I've almost forgotten how beautiful she was.
There's quite a lot you've forgotten.
Finish instead of 3. We can reduce production by a day.
You haven't heard one thing I've said.
Sure I have. I've been listening.
Have you?
Yeah?
Then you know how I was talking about the park, nature. Do you like nature, Ben?
Yeah.
Would you like to get really close to it? I mean really close. Would you?
Yeah?
Good!
Oh, ow! Oh, you're going to pay for that.
father say?
Oh, I thought you weren't listening.
You see, don't underestimate me, Helen.
Well, I told him. No finishing school for me. No anything that would take me away from Concord.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you. Well, I'm sure after all that you really want to get your breath back, so we're going to give out some gifts.
Oh, Sam Perkins.
Sam Perkins.
Hey.
There's a message, Sam.
What every foreman needs at home.
Essie. Where is Essie? Ah, thank you.
Thank you, Miss Brewster. Thank you very much.
What in the world have we here? To the Brewster family and all their employees, the future. Let's find out. I guess we'll cut in and hope for the best. Huh? Well, I hope I'm not damaging whatever it is. Stapleton Furniture Company, Grand Rapids, Michigan. I guess the joke's on me.
That's not a joke, Mr. Brewster.
What, did you bring this, Ben?
Yes, sir, I did.
What?
I believe that chair is the future, and I think it can help us all if we're smart enough to use it.
How?
That chair is not made the same way that we make ours. It's made on the assembly line. That's right. They're starting to use the assembly line now in furniture. Some fellow puts on one part, another fellow puts on another. They're all made by machinery. They can sell that chair for 1/2 the price of one that we put out.
Hey, but look how it's made. Nails instead of pegs. Bad fittings all sloshed with glue to keep them together. You call that a chair like ours?
There are millions of people who won't know the difference.
Yes, they will.
Excuse me. They'll just look at the price tag, and that's the one that they'll buy.
Oh, I can't accept that, Ben. No. No, when the day of quality ends in this country, we'll all be in great trouble indeed. Here. What did you get in your gift there?
Oh, yeah. Boy, oh, love it.
Your boy, so will your wife. Oh, and as ever, here, Sam, a bonus check.
Ben, that wasn't very polite.
Go inside, Helen. It's raining.
So they disagreed with you. Is that such a terrible thing?
You think I'm angry because he disagreed with me? That's not it, Helen. That's not it at all. I'm sorry for your father. I feel sorry for everyone that works for him. They're going to be passed by, and that's what I don't want to happen.
Ben, then come to dinner tonight and explain it to him again. Do it for me, Ben, please.
Did you get a look at Sam Perkins' face when he lifted out those boxing? He almost swallowed his cigar.
Mr. Brewster?
Yes, sir.
I know that bringing in that chair this afternoon was a smart aleck act, and I deeply apologize.
Oh, Ben, that's all right. I know you meant well.
I still do, sir. Whether you like it or not, mass production is coming, and in order to survive, you've got to start thinking about it.
Well, I never will, Ben. Never could. I guess I'm too old and too stubborn to change.
I have something to say to you. All of you. The day you came into the orphanage, you saved my life, and I will never, ever forget that. Even when I leave here.
Are you going somewhere?
Well, say it, Ben. Whatever it is, just get it out.
Ed Stapleton, the man that sent the chair, offered me a job with his company in the sales division. It's not a very big job. I know that I can work myself up.
I think we need some more sweet potatoes.
Helen, I don't think you understand.
I hate you right now, talking to me about babies and rings and all the time knowing you were going.
I didn't know until tonight.
Well, you must have been thinking about it. Why didn't you say something
Because I
to
was
me?
hoping I was going to change my mind. I didn't want to hurt you. I love you very much.
Then take me with you.
I can't.
Why not?
Because I'm starting low out there. I'm at the bottom rung of the ladder. And I don't even have to get enough to get myself by.
Do you think that matters to me? I don't mind sacrificing.
I know I mind that you sacrifice. I'll call you as soon as I'm ready, I promise.
When?
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 When we can live the way I want to live, with nice clothes and a nice car and a nice house. When we walk down the street, Helen, they're going to say, there go the Slades. It's going to mean something. We're going to be somebody. I want to be somebody.
Success. I guess that means just about everything to you.
Are you rested now?
I will be after a good night's sleep. But to tell you the truth, I'm not sure I'm not sleeping now.
Now, what does that make me?
The word that comes to mind, nightmare. You'll forgive me if I don't say thank you very much when you leave.
Leave? You really are something. Did you think our trip was over, that I'd let you off so easily? A lifetime, Mr. Slade. A million moments of giving, taking, fighting, losing. Each moment a decision. Each decision affecting others. Each to be accounted for.
Each.
We keep very careful inventory, as you do.
Up until 9 o'clock this evening. It's $24,150.
be open till midnight, so let's try and reach our goal of $25,000.
Miss Brewster! Miss Brewster, I have in my hand $850. You've reached $25,000.
Well, here it is. You're looking well, Ben.
Well, I can certainly return the compliment.
Oh, the money, Cliff.
Thank you.
Come over here and I'll wrap it up.
You know, it's amazing. I thought about everything that I was going to say to you when I first saw you. And all I can come up with is Tandy.
My dog?
You wrote that he was in a terrible accident. Did he recover?
Oh, yes, perfectly. That was 4 years ago, Ben.
I really am sorry.
No need to be. I'm not even sure who stopped writing first.
Ben, very nice to see you.
Mr. Brewster, well, you're certainly looking...
Yet older, I know, but no wiser. I've had 2 heart attacks, and I still haven't the sense to quit.
They were mild and gentle.
All right.
You know, there's a way of taking it easy and still staying in business.
Oh, we're easing up, all right, Ben. The men are going off to war, and their families are spending their money on bombs. There's not that much left over for furniture.
It doesn't matter nowadays. There's a brand new way of selling. It even works on people who don't have the price.
What's it called? St. Patrick's Miracle?
Time payment.
Time payment. That's very interesting. It's nice to see you.
You happy, Ben?
Oh, success is a wonderful feeling. People can smell it. They sense it. Especially when you're on the move. On the rise. That's why I'm leaving the Stapleton firm.
I thought you were doing so well there.
I was. Until I ran smack into the Stapleton nephews. They were saying, you don't move any further unless you're rated. So I'll find another mountain to climb.
Here? In Concord?
It's very possible. I'd love to see you home.
All right.
Mr. Slade. Jack Lake, Investments in Real Estate.
How do you do, sir?
I was interested in what you were saying before about that new way of selling. Could we talk sometime?
I look forward to the opportunity. I was told that you'd be here at this party.
Come see me just after Christmas.
I'll check my calendar. Thank you.
Yep, that's me. I always moved in when the moving was good. I could always smell a good business deal.
So could Latham. Look where he ended up.
There it is. Sometimes I find myself daydreaming about...
Ben, there's something I want to say to you. You keep saying how nothing's changed and everything's the same. Well, we're not the same. We have changed. And if you stay, we're going to have to get to know each other all over again.
I totally agree with you. And as a matter of fact, I think we could start right now.
What's that?
A lathe.
It is. But nobody's supposed to be in there.
All right. All right, you stay right here. I'll be right back.
I'm going with you.
Helen, please.
I'm going with you, Ben.
See, everything is still the same.
Hold your ground.
Ben Slade?
Good evening, Sam.
Must be 10 years at least. He scared me to death.
You're not the only one. What are you doing so late here on a Christmas Eve?
Just catching up on a bit of work.
Does my father know you're here?
Oh, he'd never allow it. But has to be done now that half the people are gone.
I appreciate what you're doing, Sam, but I want you to stop right now and go home to your family.
Yes, and I agree.
Just 15 minutes more. I promise.
You're too good to us, Sam.
Do you need a hand?
For a couple of table legs? Get out of here.
Very good to see you.
Good night, Sam.
Bye, Ben. Bye, Helen.
Merry Christmas, Sam.
The poor man, he doesn't deserve it.
You're looking a little pale, Mr. Slade. Something wrong?
Take me back to my warehouse. I don't want to see any more.
You're going to have to, just the same.
On tomorrow's 12:30 movie, Joan Crawford and Sidney Greenstreet.
I'll pour you as soon as possible, then, Jack.
Oh, there's no hurry.
Well, there is for me. Ben.
I'm very sorry to hear what happened.
Oh. Well, I'm such a smart businessman, Ben, that I went and let the insurance policy lapse. Can you believe that? Well, we'll get the old place rebuilt again someday with luck and help of good friends.
Take care of yourself, okay?
Always, always.
Come on in.
Nice to see you.
May I help you?
Thanks.
Are you all right?
Yes, yeah. Yes, I'm fine.
Time payment, you called it?
That or the installment plan. Customer makes a down payment of maybe 10%. Goes home with the product. Pays it off a little each month plus interest for about a year or two. By the time he's finished, you've got 150% of the purchase price.
What happens if he can't make the payments?
If he's working, you attach a salary. If not, repossess it, take it back, sell it again. It's not unheard of that you can get 200% of the list price.
I like it. Well, that don't mean I'm going to invest. A scheme like that takes a lot of capital.
And everyone knows that you are the most powerful money man in these parts, sir.
That's just the trouble. My money's spread all over the place. Everyone making demands. Take old man Brewster. Banks turned him down, so he came to me. Wants $100,000 to rebuild his shop, maybe more later. Can't do that and finance your scheme, too.
If I might make a point, sir. Mr. Brewster is a wonderful man, and I owe him a lot. But he's been doing the same thing for 40 years. He won't even look at a new idea. And I sincerely believe that he wasn't doing that well before his loss.
Told me he was climbing back.
Not to overstep my bounds, but if it were my money to invest, and I had the choice between the rigid old and the innovative new, there would be no contest.
I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down
I didn't make that decision. Latham did. I wouldn't hurt your father for all the money in the world. If I am lying, then let my eternal soul be damned. I didn't tell your father. I didn't tell him. You better put that down. You break it, you'll hear from me. Get off there. Get off there. You're wasting your time, Jessup. This isn't going to work.
Christmas has worked for 2,000 years. It's working now.
I suppose you're going to tell me that you're some great spirit of the Christmas present.
You do have an interesting way of putting things.
Yes, well, then you put it right out of your mind. Because I don't know how you got in here, but you're not going to leave with my piano. Repossessed by court order. It belongs to me.
Then you're entitled to the music you like best. Do you have any favorite selections?
Yes, I do. My privacy, which I shall enforce by calling the police. I tell you something. I'm going to close my eyes for 15 seconds, and when I open them, you best be.
can't block out the Christmas spirit. It's everywhere.
What do you want from me?
Only to share this beautiful holiday with you, as someone else might have done.
Someone else?
She should look familiar, Mr. Slade, like mother, like daughter, they say.
That's Helen's child. We're in Helen's house?
You never kept track of her, did you? She married a pharmacist. Very happy, too, as you can see for yourself. A woman fulfilled is always beautiful. Come, Mr. Slade, it's a private moment for them.
I could have had a child like that.
If that word can be found on dry river beds and on trails long overgrown by weeds, what's more important are the paths we follow now.
I know this place. I've never been here before. Why does it look so familiar?
A picture, maybe?
On my office wall, my employee over his desk.
Your former employee, remember?
He deserved to be fired. Disagrees with everything I do. Conspires with others to pull money out of me. Who needs someone like that around?
There are 3 in here who do.
Mom, Dad, please tell us what's wrong.
Nothing's wrong, dear.
And I don't want us to feel bad. We're just trying to guess. We make up all kinds of things.
My goodness, can't your father and I have a secret without the world coming to an end?
To radio station WBZ in Boston. We continue now our concert of marches for this Christmas Eve.
I lost my job today.
Is that all? We thought it was something worse. That you killed somebody with an axe and were going to be hung.
There's someone I'd like to kill with an axe.
Now, you don't mean that, Doris.
You'll get another job, won't you, Daddy?
Yes, I will, of course. Eventually. As a matter of fact, I happen to be considering one at the very moment.
What is it?
I have been offered the job of exalted Grand Master of the Barnum Bailey Circus. My only problem is, do I take it?
Yes!
Yes, my very sentiments, exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, the Barnum Bailey Circus presents the Flying Adventures. Bring on the tigers! Bring on the zebras!
If you don't get another job, will we starve to death? Hey, sir, I bet I can beat you in Chinese checkers. Bet you can't.
he in an accident?
If it were only that.
I suppose the trip for Jonathan's out of the question now.
Australia on $128.
Supposing we sold the house and the furniture and everything.
There's no market for houses. The furniture gets us as far as Columbus, Ohio.
Does it have to be Australia? Maybe there's some other place that...
You heard the doctor. Only one clinic offers any real hope, Sister Kenny's. Her new way of stimulating the muscles gets them going again so that children like John can lead out their normal lives.
Well, then Australia it'll be. You'll find... Jonathan, are you all right?
I'm okay.
He gets out of breath so easily. You'll find some work. Maybe in Boston. And so will I. If we work night and day, he'll have that trip.
There's something I must know.
What's that?
Their little boy. Does he live or die?
Is that important to you?
Yes, it's important.
The future's a tricky place, full of shadows, shifting and changing as present realities do.
Do you see these shadows?
As well as most and better than some.
And what do they say to you?
Next Christmas, I see a pair of crutches in the corner, carefully preserved. At this table, family, mother, father, little girl. Between them, there's an empty chair.
Hold your ground. You can have the radio back. It's okay. Take it back to the farm free of charge.
Do I look like a farmer to you?
No. No, you are modern.
Modern?
More than modern. More than modern. Future. You're the spirit of Christmas future?
You know, I don't think you really believe it.
I do. Indeed, I do.
You'd better, Mr. Slade.
Yes, I do.
The future is coming whether you like it or not. The distant future. And a future much closer to you.
Where are you going?
Items 27A and B. Bronze bookends. Just feel the weight of those. They're beauties. What am I bid? Who's going to give me $2 to start?
15 cents.
15 cents. I got 15 cents here.
25.
25 is the bid.
30.
30 cents.
40.
Any advance on 40 cents is my bid here. For these bronze bookends. 40 cents. 50 cents.
55.
55. I hear 60. Do I hear 65?
I beg your pardon. Who are all of these people, and what are you doing on my property?
It's all quite legal, I assure you.
$1 once. $1 twice. Beyond $1, sold for $1.
You're selling them very cheap. Those bookends are worth $3.95.
Well, he's got to get rid of everything. Sheriff's orders.
Oh, there's a nice bed made of pure mahogany with a box spring and a mattress, 2 suits of clothes size 40, 5 shirts, 6 ties, 3 pairs of shoes, a tie clasp, cufflinks, and a money clip. And what a money clip. What am I bid for the lot?
Are they crazy? This is quality merchandise. It's very much like my own possessions. I bid $500, not a penny less.
He can't hear you.
$1,000 worth every bit.
No bid.
Bid 10 cents for the lot. Bit high, isn't it?
I find this very distasteful.
It gets no better, Mr. Slade.
What do you think this person is?
You can't guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. I've saved one final item for this moment. What am I bid for this? Huh? $50! $50. I have $50 once. Any advance $50? $75. $75, that's the way to go. That's up to $75 now. We have an $85 bid for the lady. $100 is bid.
Now, these prices are beginning to make sense.
$100 once, $100 twice. Any more? Sold for $100.
There are times when I'm heading home that I still expect to find him, waiting behind the doorway. And then I remember that he's here. My little Mr. T.
Hard to believe that a year's gone by since he left us.
That boy.
That shouldn't surprise you. Life is cause and effect, and you were certainly no stranger to the cause.
That hasn't happened yet. That is not real.
The grief of those people is real.
You can't blame me for something I didn't know. Katja, tell her. Tell her I didn't know you had a sick child. You never said a word.
We know there's going to be other partings among us. A marriage, long voyages, even death again. But when someone is remembered with love, their spirit never really dies. So instead of looking for someone to blame, let's make a promise to each other that no matter where we find ourselves in years to come, together or apart, we will always remember little Jonathan. Do you promise?
If I had known, things could have been different. Perhaps the possibility exists that it could be different. Is that possible?
That's not for me to say. We better go now.
Wait. There is something about this place. Something that draws me right to it. The monument looks fairly new and yet neglected.
And no one visits that grave.
Not ever?
Not ever.
To lie in a grave, unloved and unremembered. It's as if the life was never lived.
And that is the only real death.
Who is the unfortunate person?
Take a look.
Tell me that this can change. I don't want to lie here in a grave, unremembered and unloved forever. Please tell me it could change. I'm willing to make a change.
It's time to go, Mr. Slade. You've seen the future.
I'm willing to make a change. I want it to happen differently.
On tomorrow's Super Movie at 7, Fred Astaire is the man in the Santa Claus suit, here on Channel 11.
He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me.
I have created the fragrance that makes a woman beautiful.
This gift of 3 fragrance treasures is yours free with any Oscar de la Renta fragrance purchase at Famous Bar.
The news about aspirin is startling, but this even surprised me. New clinical studies show Anison's aspirin formula is more effective than regular strength aspirin, and that means better relief.
Anison, a better aspirin formula.
You may not have thought of buying a Sears Die-Hard battery until you've had a little time alone to think about it.
Forsyth Computers means Forsyth Solutions. Our solution for this holiday season, special prices on our entire family of Apple computers and accessories. Find the Apple to fit your needs in the home, office, or desktop publishing. And to keep you and your Apple happy and productive, count on Forsyth Computers for solutions in training, support, and service. For all of your computer needs today and tomorrow. Forsyth Computers means Forsyth Solutions. Call us. They work.
For your love, oh, I would do anything. I would do anything.
When it comes to the joy of giving, nothing makes you feel as good as gold. Available now for the holidays at Service Merchandise, America's leading jeweler.
Good evening, I'm Don Clark. Coming up on News Watch tonight, one of President Reagan's closest friends is facing a long prison term. Michael Deaver found guilty today on 3 counts of lying to Congress and a federal grand jury. We'll tell you all about that tonight. Another child with AIDS will be attending a school here in the St. Louis area. Lori Waters has a report, and Tom Ryan has some tips on how you can make this Christmas holiday safer for your children. Christine Buck says we may be facing the coldest night of the season, and Rich Gould will have an update on the world of sports. All this and much more coming up on News Watch in less than an hour from now. So you stay right here with us.
This Christmas, Hardee's is spreading a lot of cheer for just a little money because you can get your little elves a regular hamburger, fries, and a small soft drink for just $1. You can even get that last-minute stocking stuffer with an adorable, adoptable baby pound puppy or purry. So stop by Hardee's this holiday season. You'll get a lot of Christmas cheer for just $1 and the perfect stocking stuffer at a special price. Because at Hardee's, we're out to win you over.
Chesterfield Mall hopes you remember the most important gift of all. Part of the family. Chesterfield Mall.
What's more special than a gift from the Yum Yum Tree? A holiday special. Fresh quality candies and chocolates from the St. Louis leader, the Yum Yum Tree, West Oak Square and Gordon Plaza.
On the Super Movie, join us for a tale from the holiday storybook. Friday. Michael Learned stars in the heartwarming drama of a teacher recently divorced trying to cope with her sudden independence.
This just doesn't seem to be working out too well. Can I just be alone now, please?
Through the help of her newfound friends, she struggles to piece her life back together. John Houseman co-stars in A Christmas Without Snow at 7. On KPLR TV, Channel 11, Friday. An American Christmas Carol now returns on the Ones to Watch, Channel 11.
So funny about that. Just answer the question.
Don't you know it's Christmas?
It's Christmas. It's Christmas. There's still time. There's still time.
Slade. Well, Merry Christmas to you, sir. What are you doing here?
I'm working, of course. What are you doing? You're taking the whole day off, regardless of all the work that has to be done?
But I'm not your employee anymore, sir.
Don't you tell me who you are. I know more about you than you could possibly dream. Now go out to the truck and get what I've got for you. Come on. Come on. You and I have a very important business discussion.
What business?
What's on the menu for today's dinner?
Chicken, carrots, vegetables.
How big's your chicken?
5 pounds.
5 pounds. You call that a holiday chicken? Now you try this. Put this in the oven if it fits. If it doesn't, cook it twice. Thank you. These are called Christmas gifts, and to find out...
For us?
Is it all right if I finish first? Thank you. And to find out who they're for, you just look for the name on top of the box.
For Daddy.
Yes.
For Mommy. For Mommy and Daddy. For me. Thank you.
Nothing here for Jonathan. How could that be? Sorry. What's this? Could this possibly be? It's not very large. Not very heavy. I'd like to ride on a bus. You do? Here's a ticket on a bus to Boston. I'd like to ride on a train. Here's a ticket from Boston to Chicago. From Chicago to San Francisco, California. Oh. You like to travel on a ship? Big boat? You do? Here's a ticket for the SS Monterey from San Francisco, California to Sydney, Australia. And in Australia, there's a clinic run by a sister, Elizabeth Kenny, and I have a darn good feeling that she's going to make you feel very good. Of course, there'll be a nurse to go along with him. You just have to get used to an empty place at the table, that's all. When he gets back, the boy will be sitting here in this chair that doesn't need crutches anymore.
Mr. Slade, I don't know what...
Whoops. Yeah. Oh, all right. That's enough of that. It's enough. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, you have a lot of cooking to do. At least 4 hours for that bird. 4 hours. Which gives you plenty of time before dinner. Merry Christmas. Let's go get your coat. I assume you expect to be paid for these few extra hours of work, huh, Thatcher?
Oh, no, Mr. Slade.
You should expect to be paid. You must start thinking like an executive, Thatcher. Vice president in charge of new projects is nothing to sneeze at.
New projects?
Yes, I was thinking of opening up the granite quarry down at Pennacock Hills. Bring a few hundred jobs into this town. And that's just the beginning.
What's going on?
No, Mr. Reeves. It's what's coming off. A pot-bellied stove, a rocking chair, and a tabletop radio repossessed. By you. Grab something. Mr. Reeves. Be very careful of that radio. It's acting very peculiar. Mrs. Reeves. Mrs. Reeves. A very Merry Christmas. Thatcher! Miles, Chico! Tie up the truck! Now, don't be alarmed. There's a few bindings of burr ripped on top, but that's what they're in business for in the first place. In business? Yes, the Kendall Bookbinding Company of Cambridge. I spoke to Mr. Kendall himself. He's sending a man here on Monday. All books to be restored, good as new, guaranteed. Especially that book that your father gave you. Your grandfather. Never mind, I told him to take especially good care of that one, and I have something for you. A very Merry Christmas, Mr. Merrivale.
Did you read that book, Mr. Slade?
Did I read that book? The Ghosts of Hell, the Spirit of Christmas Past, Present, and Future. Absolute, unadulterated. What was the word he used?
Humbug?
Mr. Thatcher, please.
we sing now? Let's sing Deck the Halls. You know Deck the Halls? You know Deck the Halls? You know Deck the Halls? Okay. Give us a note here.
It's a wonderful thing you've done. Just in time for our Christmas party.
Looks like it turned out that way. Thatcher, the other item on the truck, please.
Yes, sir. And what do you intend to do on your holiday?
Oh, I'm not doing anything that special.
Well, more than welcome to join us here.
That's a very nice invitation. Thank you. That boy over there, who is he?
That's Harry. Harry Barnes. Bit of a problem.
In what way?
Well, he's been in a number of foster homes. He always manages to have himself kicked out for some outrageous behavior.
Likes to get into fights. Uses his hands a lot.
That's right.
Likes to work with tools.
Yes, but always in a hostile way. How did you know that?
I understand that, boy.
Here we are, sir.
Good, good, good. Put them under the tree. Now, Jessup, do me a favor, will you? Tell that young lad I'd like to take him for a drive.
He's been acting lately. He doesn't
just do this for me, please. Go and tell him.
You won't go?
Of course. Well, maybe I can persuade him.
Now, you listen to me, my fine friend. You've been invited to go for a ride, and I'm bigger than you are. So here are your choices. You can either leave with me smiling, or I'll pull you out of here kicking and screaming, which will not make a good impression on your friends. Now you have 10 seconds to make a decision.
Build this place. Get it humming again. It'll take craftsmen. I know a few, but they're getting on in years. I need fresh blood, and that's where you come in, Harry. I need an apprentice, someone to oil the machines, make sure they're in working order, sweep up. What do you think about that? And I'm offering you a present in the future with a promise, Harry. Oh, I promise they will be different.
Can we go now?
If you can tell me what this is.
It's a stick.
It's a stick. Well, my friend, you're not as smart as I thought you were. If all you see there is a stick, I could make this into anything I want it to be. To me, it is a baseball bat. It's a whip handle. Tame young lions, huh? Spoke of a ship's wheel. Taking me to new lands. New treasures. Harry, you can make this into anything you want. Well, maybe you can't because all you see is a stick. Do you have a knife?
No.
Now you do?
Hey.
What are you going to make?
You'll see.
Is that a towel bar?
Chair leg. What are you making?
Oh, towel bar. Mr. Jessup invited me to the home for dinner. How's the food?
Pretty bad.
Always was. You know, when you become my apprentice, you're gonna live with me. Very much like a foster son.
Is that really a towel bar?
Well, will be.
Doesn't look like a towel bar.
Well, give me a chance, boy. Give me a chance.